Far beyond the edges of the Milky Way, a fleet of sleek silver ships hovered like a swarm of glowing beetles. Inside the largest vessel, a group of aliens called the Zorblaxian Armadic gathered around a hologram of Earth. Their leader, Zorblax-9, stood tall with 6 arms crossed, his purple scales shimmering under the ship's lights. "Look at this pathetic rock," he boomed, pointing a clawed finger at the blue planet. "They still fight over land, worship celebrities, and burn their own air. Let's harvest their resources before they destroy themselves." His second-in-command, Vrina, tilted her head. Her antennae twitched as she studied footage of humans arguing on a TV show. "They're so noisy," she said, snorting. "And what's this?" She zoomed in on a clip of a man dancing with a fish on his head. Why would anyone do that? The aliens erupted in laughter, their chirpy voices echoing through the ship. To them, Earth was a joke, a messy, chaotic joke. They nicknamed it Sector 12's Embarrassment and planned to strip it bare. Meanwhile, on Earth, in a quiet Colorado town, Dr. Emily Carter adjusted her glasses and squinted at her computer screen. The data made no sense. "Jake, come look at this," she called. Her intern, Jake Thompson, jogged over, spilling coffee on his shirt. "Whoa," he said, staring at the strange energy spikes. "Is that a UFO?" Before Emily could answer, the ground trembled. A bright light flashed outside, followed by a loud thud. "Please tell me that's not what I think it is," Jake groaned. In the forest nearby, a Zorblaxian scout ship had crash-landed into a pile of rocks. Inside, Krill, the mission's grumpy commander, cursed as smoke filled the cabin. "This planet is primitive," he muttered, kicking a broken control panel. "Why did I volunteer for this?" The hatch hissed open, and Krill stepped out, his breath fogging in Earth's chilly air. He wrinkled his snout at the smell of pine trees and something rotting. "Disgusting," he said, but then he heard a noise, a rustle in the bushes. A grizzled human wearing a tattered coat emerged, holding a beer can. "Hey, little guy," said Earl, the town's most famous, and only, homeless resident. "You look lost." He offered the can to Krill. "Want a sip?" Krill froze. The liquid fizzed, the can was cold, and Earl's smile was missing 3 teeth. For the first time in his life, the alien felt confused. Back at the lab, Emily and Jake tracked the energy signal to the forest. "Let's go," Emily said, grabbing a flashlight. But Jake, "Yeah, bring bear spray, just in case." Earth's story was about to get a lot stranger. Krill stared at the beer can in Earl's hand. It was cold, metallic, and smelled like nothing he'd ever encountered. "What is this?" He hissed at his team, who had just emerged from the smoking ship. "Ah, a gift," said Earl, still grinning. When Krill didn't move, the human shrugged and chugged the rest himself. "Suit yourself," he burped, tossing the empty can into the bushes. The aliens gaped. "This species is unstable," muttered one of Krill's crew, a nervous young soldier named Rix. "They consume liquid from containers and then discard them." "Focus," Krill snapped. "We need to scan the area. Zorblax-9 wants data on their civilization." He pulled out a handheld scanner, but it sputtered and died. What now? Meanwhile, in the forest, Emily and Jake crept through the trees, following the energy signal. "Did you hear that?" Jake whispered, freezing. A squirrel chattered nearby. "False alarm," he sighed. Suddenly, a beam of blue light shot into the sky from the crash site. "That's our UFO," Emily said, her eyes wide. "Let's move. Back with the aliens." Krill's scanner wouldn't reboot. "Earth's magnetic field is interfering," he growled. "Use the backup." Rix fumbled with a second device, but a mosquito swarm descended, buzzing furiously. The aliens swatted at them, their high-pitched squeals echoing. "Primitive insects," Krill yelled. "Why are they so angry?" Earl reappeared, now holding a stick. "Y'all need help?" he asked, eyeing their struggle. "This here's bear country. You ain't from around here, are ya?" Before Krill could answer, a twig snapped. Grandma Rosa, out for her evening walk, spotted the aliens. "Dios mío, are those space lizards?" She pulled the pepper spray from her purse. "Get back, Earl. They're probably communists." At the crash site, Emily and Jake reached the clearing just as Grandma Rosa sprayed Krill in the eyes. "Human aggression," Rick shouted, ducking behind a rock. "Retreat." "Wait, we're scientists," Emily yelled, holding up her hands. "We just want to talk." Krill, blinded and furious, activated his emergency beacon. "This planet is hostile," he wheezed. "Evacuate." As the aliens fled into the woods, Jake picked up a strange device they dropped. "Look at this," he said. "It's a hologram projector." The image flickered, showing a map of Earth labeled Level 8 Hell, Reclamation P and Dieng. Emily frowned. "What have we gotten ourselves into?" Zorblax-9 slammed a clawed hand on the ship's control panel. "You let a human elder defeat you with pepper spray." He roared at Krill, who was nursing his burning eyes in the medical bay. This mission was supposed to be simple. Vrina floated nearby, her tentacle-like appendages tapping a screen. "Sir, the data from the scout ship is odd," she said. "Earth's atmosphere is laced with ancient energy signatures. It's like nothing we've seen." "Nonsense," Zorblax snapped. "Deploy the terraformer. Turn their skies pink. Let them choke on glitter for all I care." On Earth, Emily and Jake pored over the alien hologram in their lab. "This map, it's not just a resource scan," Emily muttered. "Look at these symbols. Reclamation. Prison designation." Jake squinted. "You think Earth was a jail? For who?" Before she could answer, the sky darkened. A massive Zorblaxian ship loomed overhead, firing a beam of shimmering light. Birds dropped from the sky. Trees wilted. "That's not good," Jake said, grabbing his phone. "I'll call the sheriff." In Yellowstone National Park, the terraforming beam hit a dormant volcano. The ground shook. Geysers erupted. Sarah Mitchell, the journalist, was filming a segment on hiking trails when the Earth split open. "This is Sarah Mitchell reporting. What is HFY?" She screamed as lava bubbled behind her. Back in Colorado, Grandma Rosa loaded her shotgun. "I told Earl those aliens were trouble," she muttered, marching toward the crash site. "Time to teach them some manners." Meanwhile, Krill's replacement team tried again. They aimed a tractor beam at a farmhouse, hoping to abduct Farmer Ted's prize bull. Instead, the beam yanked up a porta-potty. The aliens gagged as it exploded against their ship. "This planet is broken," Rix groaned. In space, Vrina discovered the truth, buried in old files. Earth was once Level 8 Hell, a prison for the universe's worst criminals. Its unstable core, violent ecosystems, and relentless predators were designed to torture inmates. Humans, it seemed, were the accidental descendants of those who survived. "Sir," Vrina said, her voice trembling, "we need to leave. Now." Zorblax-9 ignored her. "Full invasion. Burn the cities. Take what we want." But Earth had other plans. Sarah Mitchell's live stream went viral. Millions watched as lava swallowed her tripod, her final words echoing online. "They're not gods. They're idiots." The video racked up billions of views. Memes flooded the internet. Aliens versus Yellowstone. Round 1 goes to Earth. On the Zorblaxian flagship, Vrina replayed the clip. "Sir, the humans are mocking us," she said, "and Earth's core is destabilizing. The terraformer woke something ancient." Zorblax-9 growled. "Then we'll hit them harder. Send the plasma drones." In Colorado, Grandma Rosa sat on her porch, cleaning her shotgun. Earl brought her a plate of tamales. "Heard you're the hero of the hour," he said. "Hemph. Those lizards messed with the wrong planet," she replied. "Pass the salsa." Nearby, Emily and Jake decoded more alien tech. This file mentions containment protocols, Emily said, like Earth was a cage. But for what? Jake shuddered. Whatever it was, I'm glad it's gone. In Yellowstone, the volcano rage. Ash blocked the sun. Farmer Ted evacuated his cattle, but paused to glare at the alien ship. You messed with the wrong rock, he muttered, filming the chaos on his phone. His video caption, Aliens versus Supervolcano. Place your bets. On the ship, Sela, a low-ranking historian, hacked into the archives. Her eyes widened. By the stars, she whispered. Earth wasn't just a prison. It was a torture chamber. The ancient warlords sent here had been torn apart by earthquakes, predators, and each other. Humans were their accidental descendants. Vrina, Sela said, pulling her aside. If the terraformer breaks Earth's core, it'll release whatever's buried down there. We'll all die. Vrina paled. Zorblax 9 won't listen. He's stubborn. Meanwhile, Krill's team tried again to abduct a human. They targeted a grocery store, aiming for a toddler clutching a candy bar. The mother screamed. The aliens hesitated. Why aren't they running? Rix asked. Because humans are crazy, Krill snapped. Retreat. As they fled, the toddler waved the candy bar at them. Bye-bye, space lizards. Back in space, Sela leaked the files to Emily's laptop. A message popped up. Earth is level 8 hell. You're standing on a grave. Be careful. Emily stared at the screen. Jake, we need to warn everyone. But it was too late. The ground shook again. Something beneath Yellowstone was waking up. The plasma drones descended like glowing hornets, firing beams that melted roads and set forests ablaze. In Colorado, Farmer Ted revved his tractor, attached a hay bale to a chain, and swung it at the nearest drone. The bale exploded into flames midair, showering the machine in burning hay. Take that, you overgrown fireflies, he yelled as the drone crashed into a cornfield. Nearby, Grandma Rosa crouched on her rooftop, shotgun aimed. A drone hovered overhead, scanning her house. Boom! She blasted its camera lens. Next time, aim better, she shouted, reloading. Meanwhile, in the lab, Emily and Jake rigged the alien hologram device to a satellite dish. If we reverse the signal, maybe we can fry their systems, Emily said, typing furiously. Jake duct-taped cables together. Why are we using duct tape? He asked. Because it's Earth, Emily replied. Duct tape fixes everything. On the Zorblaxian ship, Vrina confronted Zorblax 9. The humans are adapting. They're using our tech against us. Nonsense, he barked. They're primitives. Sela interrupted, holding a datapad. Sir, Earth's core is cracking. If we keep this up, we'll unleash whatever was imprisoned here. We're not just fighting humans. We're fighting hell. Zorblax 9 glared. Then we'll fight harder. Back in Colorado, Sarah Mitchell filmed Ted's flaming hay bale stunt. This is insane, she told her camera. Who knew tractors could be weapons? Stay tuned. Aliens hate surprises. Her livestream hit 50 million views. Krill's team, sent to capture Emily, found themselves cornered by townsfolk wielding pitchforks, golf clubs, and a very angry goat. Retreat, Krill yelled, tripping over a garden gnome. These humans are feral. In the lab, Emily activated the modified dish. A pulse shot into the sky, disabling 3 drones instantly. Yes, Jake cheered. But then the ground shook. A deep rumble echoed from Yellowstone. The volcano wasn't done yet. On the ship, Sela leaked Emily's location to the humans. A message popped up on Jake's phone. Find the historian. She has answers. Emily frowned. This isn't over. It's just beginning. Emily stood in a dusty field, facing Sela, the rogue alien historian. You leaked the files, Emily said, folding her arms. Why? Sela's antennae drooped. Your planet is a tomb. My people are too arrogant to see it. But if we keep fighting, Earth's core will crack, and whatever's buried there will escape. Before Emily could reply, a Zorblaxian shuttle landed nearby. Vrina stepped out, alone. We need to talk, she said. In the ship's war room, Zorblax 9 slammed his fists. Negotiate. With humans. Vrina stood firm. If we don't fix their ozone layer, the prison breaks. We'll all die. And their tractor weapons are effective. Grudgingly, Zorblax agreed. Back on Earth, Emily, Jake, and Sarah met the aliens in a makeshift tent. Grandma Rosa lurked nearby, shotgun in hand. No tricks, she warned. Vrina projected a hologram of Earth. We'll repair your atmosphere, she said. In exchange, share your culture. Food, music, memes. Sarah snorted. You want memes? We find them fascinating, Vrina admitted. Jake whispered to Emily. They're obsessed with cat videos. We've got them. Emily stepped forward. Agree, but add one thing. Leave, and never come back. Zorblax 9's voice boomed over the comms. Unacceptable. Zila intervened. Sir, the core is fracturing. We have no choice. Later, the aliens deployed machines to heal the skies. Humans watched, skeptical. Farmer Ted leaned on his tractor. Think they'll stick to the deal? Doubt it, Emily said. But we've got their tech now. And their weak spot. Grandma Rosa grinned. Next time, they'll think twice before messing with a hell planet. As the aliens retreated, Sela left a final message on Emily's laptop. You're stronger than you know. But the real hell isn't gone. It's waiting. Sarah filmed it all. Her next headline: Aliens surrender to Earth's chaos. Zorblax 9 stood on the bridge of his ship, glowering at Earth. This isn't over, he hissed. Mark my words, when the true level 8 hell arrives, you'll beg for our help. Vrina rolled her eyes. Sir, the ozone layer is repaired. Their memes are uploaded. Can we go? As the Armada prepared to leave, the aliens deployed a final gift, a shimmering machine to stabilize Earth's core. It hummed loudly, then shot a beam into the ground. The Yellowstone volcano quieted. Birds returned. Farmer Ted stared at the sky. Ha! They actually fixed something. On the ground, Emily and Jake watched the machine glow. Think it'll hold? Jake asked. Doubt it, Emily said. But it buys us time. Grandma Rosa approached, shotgun slung over her shoulder. Those lizards left faster than a cat at a dog show, she said. Good riddance. Sarah filmed the aliens' retreat. Breaking news. Earth's new reputation. Nobody messes with a hell planet, she narrated. Exclusive footage shows Zorblax 9 flipping us off. Literally. On the ship. Sela handed Vrina a data chip. Give this to Emily when you're gone, she said. It's a map. For when the real trouble starts. Vrina pocketed it. You're risking a lot. I've seen what's buried here, Sela replied. And humans, they're oddly brave. For a bunch of disasters. Back on Earth. As the last ship vanished, the town threw a block party. Earl danced with a Zorblaxian drone he'd repurposed into a disco ball. Grandma Rosa taught aliens to line dance, via hologram. Jake grilled burgers using alien tech. It's like a microwave, but louder. Emily found the data chip Vrina left. It read, the prison is old. The locks are weak. Be ready. She sighed. This isn't the end. Jake handed her a burger. We'll deal. We've got duct tape, tractors, and a grandma who fights aliens. What's the worst that could happen? In space, Zorblax 9 brooded. They think they've won, he muttered. But Earth is a ticking bomb. And when it explodes, he smirked. We'll sell tickets. The stone door groaned open, revealing a cavern glowing with eerie blue light. Emily stepped forward. her flashlight trembling. "Hello," she called. The voice answered again, a deep, guttural growl that shook dust from the walls. Jake gripped her arm. "Bad idea. Let's go." But Grandma Rosa shoved past them, shotgun raised. "If it's a monster, I'll shoot it. If it's an alien, I'll also shoot it." Inside the cavern, they found a chamber filled with chains, massive rusted chains bolted to the floor, and in the center, etched into the rock, was a symbol: Leviel 8 Hell, do not RELES. Meanwhile, on the surface, Farmer Ted's tractor sputtered as the ground shook again. His cows stampeded, and the sky turned green. "What in tarnation?" he muttered, filming it all. Sarah's phone buzzed. "Breaking. Yellowstone supervolcano, now superportal." She groaned. "Why is my job never boring?" Underground, the walls began to bleed black sludge. Emily wiped it on her glove. "It's not organic," she said. "It's energy. Like the Zorblaxian tech." Jake backed toward the door. "Emily, it's moving." The sludge pooled into a humanoid shape, tall, jagged, with glowing red eyes. It spoke in the same ancient language. But this time, Emily understood. Free. Us. On the Zorblaxian ship. Vrina stared at Earth's feed. "Sir, the core stabilizer is failing. The prison's locks are breaking." Zorblax-9 smirked. "Good. Let them fight their own nightmares." Sela glared. "You're worse than the warlords." At least they had honor. Back in the cavern, Grandma Rosa fired at the shadowy figure. The bullet passed through it. "Useless," she snapped. "Wait," Emily shouted. "It's not attacking. It's trapped." She held up Scylla's data chip. "This symbol, it's a key." The figure hissed. "You? No. Us." "You're the warlords," Emily said. "Earth was your prison, but someone's trying to free you." The ground shook violently. More chains snapped. On the surface, Sarah's screen flashed. "Ancient alien warlords EVS. Humans. Who will win?" She sighed. "This is why I majored in journalism." Underground, the warlord lunged at Emily. Jake tackled her aside as Grandma Rosa swung the pickaxe. The creature dissolved into smoke, then reformed. "Foolish humans. We are legion. And we are hungry." Above them, the volcano erupted again. The block party raged on. Farmer Ted blasted country music through a Zorblaxian speaker, while Earl tried to teach aliens, via hologram, how to two-step. Grandma Rosa won a burrito-eating contest against a curious Vrina, who later admitted, "Your spices are aggressive." But Emily sat alone, staring at Sela's data chip. "What did you mean?" "The real trouble," she muttered. The next morning, the core stabilizing machine began to groan. Deep underground, something stirred. In Yellowstone, geologists reported strange carvings glowing on the volcano's walls, symbols matching the ones on Emily's hologram. "This isn't natural," Jake said, squinting at the images. "It's a warning." In space, Zorblax-9's armada received a distress signal. A garbled voice crackled. "They're awake. The prison is breaking. Earth is calling them home." Vrina frowned. "Sir, the humans might need." "Not our problem." Zorblax snapped. "Let's see how they handle real hell." Back on Earth, Sarah's latest headline went viral. "Volcano carvings. Ancient art or alien graffiti." Beneath the article, a commenter joked, "At least the aliens left us a Yelp review. Great chaos. Would invade again." But Emily wasn't laughing. The data chip revealed coordinates to a buried structure under Yellowstone. "We need to go there," she told Jake. Now, in the volcano's shadow, the team hiked to the site, Grandma Rosa leading the way with a pickaxe. "If there's ancient evil down here," she said, "I'll hit it with this." They found a massive stone door etched with alien runes. As Emily touched it, the ground shook, the carvings lit up, and a voice boomed, not in English, not in Zorblaxian, but in a language that made their bones ache. Meanwhile, Farmer Ted's cows started mooing at the sky. Birds circled in unnatural patterns. Even the squirrels seemed watchful. Jake swallowed. "What is that thing underground?" Emily gripped the data chip. "I think we're about to find out." Deep below, something laughed, a sound older than mountains. The warlord's smoke swirled toward the ceiling, growing larger. "Your world will burn," it hissed. Emily thrust the data chip into the cavern wall. "Xila's map. It's a control panel." The chip lit up. The chains glowed white-hot. On the surface, Farmer Ted revved his tractor, towing the core stabilizer machine toward the volcano. "If it needs power, I'll give it power." Sarah filmed drones swarming the sky. "The aliens are back," she yelled. "But so are the warlords. This is insane." Underground, Grandma Rosa swung the pickaxe again, striking a glowing rune. The warlord howled. "Gotcha," she muttered. Jake grabbed Emily's hand. "What's the plan?" "We trap them inside Earth," she said. "Like before. On the Zorblaxian ship. Vrina hijacked the controls. Xila. Now." Xila fired a beam at the stabilizer machine, supercharging it. "For Earth," she yelled. In the cavern, the chains reformed, tightening around the warlord. "You cannot cage us again," it roared. "Yes, we can," Emily said, slamming the chip deeper. "And we'll keep caging you. Forever." The machine erupted in light. The warlord dissolved, sucked back into the rock. The volcano went silent. Later, Zorblax 9 glared at Earth. "You'll regret this," he spat. Vrina stood beside Xila. "No, you will. Never underestimate a hell planet." As the armada fled, Sarah's live stream hit a new high. Aliens versus warlords. Humans win. Back home, the town celebrated again. Farmer Ted grilled victory burgers. Grandma Rosa accepted a medal and a lifetime supply of shotgun shells. Emily and Jake hugged, exhausted. But Xila's final message played on Emily's laptop. "The warlords are contained. For now. Earth's chaos makes it strong. Protect it." Sarah's next documentary title. "Don't laugh at the hell planet." And somewhere deep underground, the chains held.